Hello everyone, welcome to our Wallace Stegner Public Schools Chromebook Training Procedures. These are the topics that we'll be covering in this training. First one, why are we having this training? Our Chromebook ratios per grade, K through 6 Chromebook procedures, middle school Chromebook procedures, homeroom/classroom transfers, Chromebook checkout procedures, damaged devices and the consequences that come with those, and how to submit a support ticket. Then on the last slide will be links to all of our inventory sheets. So why are we having this training? First of all, it's about the Chromebook lab costs. Chromebook labs are the most expensive asset in our classrooms. Each Chromebook lab costs between $11,000 and $13,000. Last year, we had over $30,000 in preventable damages done to our Chromebooks. What will be your classroom Chromebook ratios? Kindergarten through second grade students will receive enough Chromebooks to accommodate half of their class size. Third grade students, all the way up to our future 12th grade students, will receive a 1-to-1 Chromebook ratio. Our high school students will be assigned their Chromebook and charger in the 9th grade, which the student will keep until they graduate or exit WSA. Remember, it is the high school student's responsibility to take care and maintain their Chromebook. It is the responsibility of the high school teacher to ensure that their students are taking care of their school Chromebook and is holding their students accountable. Chromebook assignment. Our primary tool and only authorized tool for a Chromebook and calculator assignment is our Chromebook inventory sheet. Chromebooks in the kindergarten and second grade will be assigned to the teacher. The Chromebooks for the third grade students and higher are assigned to each student alphabetically according to the classroom roster. Calculators. Middle school and high school students are assigned calculators. Calculators must be returned at the end of the school year. Middle and high school math teachers are responsible for their classroom calculators. Here's an example of the Chromebook assignment sheet. Let me explain a little bit about what all this means. So in the first column, obviously it's the campus. Second column is the teacher. The third column is the Chromebook lab it came from. The Chromebook lab matches your classroom number, by the way. This is the only sheet that you are allowed to use for Chromebook inventories and middle school and high school calculator inventories. There will be a tab on the bottom of the inventory sheet to identify calculators and for the math teachers to input the data of who has which calculator. The classroom is ready to start using Chromebooks. All the teacher needs to do is just call out the name of the student on the sheet and tell them which number of Chromebook that they are using. Remember, students can only use a Chromebook that they are assigned, and failure to do so could result in you losing access to use your labs. So make sure they're only using the Chromebooks that they are assigned. Here's an example of where the Chromebook sticker is supposed to go on each of the Chromebooks. It goes in the top right-hand corner of the Chromebook. Any removal of the sticker will result in a $5 fine. So here are the middle school Chromebook procedures. Here's one option. This is for campuses where the middle school starts and end their day in their homeroom classroom. Here's what the procedures will look like. Middle schoolers will pick up their Chromebooks from their homeroom classroom at the beginning of the day, but only if they need to use their Chromebook for other classes throughout the day. If they do not need to use their Chromebook, that Chromebook needs to stay in the homeroom lab. But for a typical day, the students will return their Chromebooks back to their homeroom classrooms inside the lab, plugged in, and in the correct slot. The teacher will confirm that the procedures have been completed. Taking Chromebooks home. Only high school students are allowed to take their Chromebooks home. However, the 7th and 8th grade students are allowed to take a Chromebook home, but only with the permission from the 5th through 8th grade principal. Kindergarten through 6th grade students are not allowed to take Chromebooks home at all. What if a student changes their homeroom? Well, that process is the teacher and the front staff will notify your building technician. The student leaves their current assigned Chromebook with their original homeroom teacher. The student is issued a new Chromebook from their new homeroom's lab. The campus building tech will assign a new Chromebook and will bring an additional Chromebook if it is needed. What is a Chromebook champion? A Chromebook champion is a trusted student that is assigned by the teacher to make sure that all the Chromebooks are returned to the cart, they are in the correct slots, they are plugged in, and that the stickers are still intact. We ran this as a pilot last year for our 5th grade classroom, and it was extremely successful, and I highly recommend employing your students to help you manage your Chromebooks. A teacher can be their own Chromebook champion if you do not have a qualified student, or if you just want to do it for some reason. Just remember that teachers and students are ultimately responsible for making sure the Chromebooks are in good working condition, they're in their carts, plugged in, and the cart is clean. Preventable damage and neglect. Your Chromebook should never look like this. Damage and misuse consequences. There are consequences for students and teachers for intentional damage or neglect of a Chromebook. So the first offense, a student loses Chromebook access for the term and must use paper and pencil, and their parent will be called. The second offense is losing all access to Chromebooks, which could include up to a $250 fine. The student will only be able to use a Chromebook for RISE testing. What are the damages and or choices that are made to result in a student losing access to their Chromebook? Removing the keys, using personal stickers on your Chromebook, removing the WSA Chromebook ID sticker, frame or screen damage, leaving the device on the floor, shoving foreign objects into the ports of the device, using another student's Chromebook, logging into a Chromebook using someone else's credentials, sharing your login information with other students, forgetting your Chromebook in your last classroom, any type of cyberbullying, and any damage done to your charger. This only applies to our 9th and 10th grade students. So what are the teacher consequences? If a lab has more than 5 preventable damages per term, the classroom Chromebook cart will be locked and the teacher will need to submit a support request to use their Chromebooks. Labs can and will be locked and revoked for the following: not following our procedures, using an unauthorized inventory system, aka building your own Chromebook procedures in the assignment system, failing random audits from your building tech, and overall neglect. Lab audits. Having 2 or more of the attributes below is considered a failed audit, such as students using Chromebooks that are not assigned to them, Chromebooks from other labs in your cart, your Chromebook lab is dirty and unorganized, more than 5 Chromebooks that are damaged, and finally, using your own inventory tracking system that is not authorized by WSA. If you need any help or have any questions about our Chromebook and calculator tracking system, please contact your campus building operations technician. For Salt Lake is Fiti. For West Valley, it's Julian. For both of the Kearns campuses, it is Bailey. And for our Sunset campus, it will be Mr. Jay Spray, filling in when he is not teaching. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Please click on the Google form link that I sent out. It is a Chromebook quiz. You have to get 100% on this quiz in order to have access to your Chromebook labs. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thanks.